record the same session in my system as well. So in data table activities, so I would like to discuss one of the important concept. Okay, so whenever we are working on invoke VBA, what is this? So invoke VBA is nothing but executing Visual Basic script. See, this is also very important in real time, some of the C, but if you are familiar with the coding, then you can take it. Otherwise you don't need to worry about that, I don't know coding, so I can able to do this or not. So you don't need to worry about that. So all the employees who are working on UiPath are not programmers. That means the people who are having experience on any programming language like .NET or C# or VB or Python. So there are people, but you don't need to worry about that. So here, whenever you have a chance to see, someone has created a Visual Basic script. So that means VBA, Visual Basic Application. So you should know that how do you call that, how do you execute that and get the result out of this. So in order to do that, so I am going to take one, I am going to write a small script. Okay, so that script will start with a function. Okay, I am going to write one method or function sum. Okay, and pardon, who is that? So what happened, Mahesh? Why are you joining from mobile? What happened to your laptop? Hey Rajshekharu, just record in your mission. I gave permissions. See, again for me it is it will take time because I do not have much time to zip it and send the file. That is the reason I am requesting you, please log in from the laptop so that you can able to record the session, everyday session in our mission itself. So I don't need to depend, you don't need to depend on me whenever I have a free time, then only I can able to send the recorded files. Please don't mind. That is the see, I have a lot of priority works, so in between. So here it is, input 1 as integer. See, simply I am telling that, comma, input 2 as integer. So see, I am creating a function called sum, and I am passing 2 parameters inside this, and then sum equal to input 1, so I can do multiply. So here the function name should be same as return type. Input 1 into input 2, and then end function. Okay, so here click on save as. So I would like to save this in, so click on all files. So here multiply dot, see the extension of the VB script or VBA, Visual Basic Application, it's a function. is VBS. Okay, and click on save. So do remember this name of the function. We have to use this in under the properties. So what is the method name? That is the reason I told, do remember this, multiply. Okay, so where is the code file path? So just now we defined, right, one VBA, correct? Open the folder, desktop. So what is that? Multiply, right? So this is the file path. So copy as path and then put it over here. Click on OK. So entry method parameters. What is this? Here we did not see, here we are passing parameters, but how do you send the values? So there are two types. I believe maybe did we talk about, there is one in order to pass a input to the user, that means from the user to the application. So we have an activity called input dialog. So maybe see, can you please remind me whether have you discussed about this activity or not? See, if you are not able to sorry,
Anna, record option one now, sorry.
Mahesh. Okay, I gave. So I don't know whether we discussed or not. For example, there is a situation where we have to enter the data. That means the human has to enter the data, and that data, so what are the value you entered, what is the string we pass, so that needs to be inputted to the application. Okay, so see, as of now we have seen taking the data from the Excel, okay, or we are writing hard-coded values by using assign, or by creating variables and strings, all these things, right? We have seen integers, all this data, so string arrays and lists. So these are all the things we have seen, right? At the same time, see, when the bot is running, user has to provide the input. So in that case, so we have to use input dialog. Enter value. Input label. So this is dialog title. Okay, so what all the inputs we are providing? See this. This input dialog is for dialog title, and input label, that means so you will get enter input value. So input type equal to text box. See here, when it comes to the input type, so there are two types. One is input text box or multiple choice. Text box or multiple choice. So see, text box is for entering a single value. Multiple choice is nothing but entering multiple values. So there will we will talk about this also. So value entered. So what is the value we will enter? So that is the output. Come over here, go to properties. So here result. Okay, so I can see, here I can give control K input. I can give 1. So here what are the value we can give? So there is no need to match what are the values we are passing from the VBA. Okay, so here I can give what are the convenient to me. I provided. So here we need to pass 2 values, right? We have to pass 2 values or like not to the function. One is what is that? Input 1 and input 2. So if I want to pass to a second value, I have to use. So here enter another input. So here for differentiate I will enter first input. So here I can tell second input. Okay, input 2, input 1 and input 2. So sorry, control K input 2. So here what is the error we are getting? So in order to use invoke VBA, we have to use, see, this comes under Excel, right? So Excel means what we have to use? We must use Excel application scope. So if the activity belongs to Excel, so we have to use Excel application scope. Inside the Excel application scope only all these activities will work, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so workbook, so you can give whatever the name of the Excel file, just like now in order to refer any one of the Excel file, so we have to provide it. So it is not mandatory where we will provide any Excel, like now where we are creating a function. Okay, you got it. And here come to VBA. Here we have to pass the value, right? That value should be, see here what are the value we are passing? We are passing as a string, but here whenever we are creating a function, we have declared as an integer. So here we have to pass as an integer, right? So we have to convert that into integer. So how do you will pass the 2 values? So see, single value means we can, this is the way to pass. But here it is entry method parameters, it is IEnumerable of object. So IEnumerable comes means there are it is a collection. That means more than one value we have to provide as input. That is the reason I am just. So what is the value we are getting? Input 1 and input 2, right? So input 1 is a string. So we have to convert, right? So for that, or convert dot to int, it is int 32 of input 1. Okay, comma convert dot 2 into 32 of input 2. Okay, so otherwise this is one of the way. come to variable section. See here input 1 input 2 is right, so we can change it to integer. So here also we can change into integer. Okay, so for example now see I am using as a like now I am passing input to this function. So because I don't want to use this, I want to use some other function. So in that case I don't need to come and like now change the what is that, I don't need to come and change the variable type, right? Okay, come to the invoke VBA, go to the properties. So what is the value here we are getting? So we can, it is a output value. Okay, now box. So here it is, output value we define, right? Out. So here the scope has been changed, correct? Whenever I define invoke VBA, so it has been changed to దోమలు.
అమ్మ మనం కలిసి తెచ్చే ఇది వేయండి కింద పోస్ట్ పోయింది.
So what it is here, output value. Click on save and run it. So this is also very important features, friends. Calling invoke VBA, okay, and writing. So here we are, see this is input value, no? So that means that we are, I am passing one value, click on OK, and again it is asking another value. So here we have to get the output of multiplication, no? So overflow, runtime error 6 over, end it. So value does not fall within the expected range, sorry. So here I did one mistake, I forgot it, like no, I thought we have called the function sum, but we called multiply, right? So we, like no, for that we have to, rather than integer we have to make it as double. So I am giving a simple value 10 6. Okay, so we got it. Okay, we got the output multiplication of 10 into 6. Okay, this is how we can. So there is one more concept, it is a string. So I can make it as generic, system dot generic UiPath dot code dot generic value. Here also make it as generic value. Okay, and come into this. So here we are converting into integer, right? Comma input 1 comma input 2 and save it, execute this. Six, 8. So generic value is nothing but, this is also important whenever you are working on real time. So you have to, so if, for example, like now whenever you are fetching the data from web application, okay, or whenever you are fetching the data from your input application or input data, so you will get in the form of string only. So you never get the in the form of boolean, double or integer or something else. So in that case, if we use the generic value, so it will be convert. That means it will be act upon what is the value we are passing it to. Okay. So now we have seen by passing the value as integer, correct? So now, because see that our multiplication function doesn't accept string values, right? So in that case, okay, so how we will pass it? So here, rather than using this one, you understand like now how to create a VBA function and how to call that function into that and how to pass parameters, right? That means values to the, so this is the one of the way. So directly you don't want to pass it, so you can directly pass the values as well. Go to properties, but like now, see, usually we will follow the in real time applications in this way only while passing the values, but we never pass hard coded values. So I can give like 12 comma 7. Oh, what happened? Okay. So I can pass direct values, but like no, in the real time we won't pass the any hard coded value, but okay, we will pass it values. So here okay, so it accepted because now we pass the string, and but like no, but here the function we passed as the integer hard coded value, right? So like no, it never failed. But the situation we have one more option is here, like now we talked about input type as text box. Now consider multiple choice, what it is. So come over here in the options. So we have to pass an array. So how we will pass an array? So here, for example, I have a separate departments like HR department, comma, finance department, comma, account department, comma. So like that. So I need to select, okay, based on, so I don't want to pass any value. So I want to select what are the values are available in the drop. So I want to pass multiple values. That means I have to select multiple. So rather than passing one value, so here we are passing different values. HR, finance, account, and then year. Okay, so these are all the values. You can okay now. So here, so in the first dialog box, so I don't need to use this dialog box, right? Okay, so what are the the values are entered, input options array. So value entered is, so here it is the input one. So here it is input 1. So it is of generic type. Okay, so now select this. Now I selected, so we displayed. So that is what, like now what are the value we select. So at the runtime, so I don't see here we are not at all passing any hard coded value. That means like now we are not inputting the data. So while running itself, like now we are passing multiple values. So that is one of the option. Like now this is also very important in interview question, as so when the bot is running, see like now see we have two types of bots. One is attended bot and unattended bot. So when it comes to the attended bot means, so where the human is interacting with where user is passing the data, that means inputting the data to the application, or so by using the human only can run the bot and test the application. See how you are running now, the same way, that is called attended bot. That means it can be done by in front of the user. So unattended means, so there, so you don't know when the bot is running, when it is like now stopping and starting, or like now what was happened, because that is the auto scheduling that can be done by schedulers. That means we will select some schedulers. So like now, for example, like now my process has to run at tomorrow at 9 o'clock, or tomorrow at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, when early morning when you are sleeping. So in that case, if you schedule it, so it will run during that time. That is the give me a second. I don't receive any mails then. One minute. Okay, so the bot will run at what time you scheduled it. Okay, but here use input dialog, okay, and enter the data. So that is the input to the bot to run. Maybe like now where the credentials cannot be shared by your client, so you have to enter the username and password, or like now sometimes where you have to log into an application, that application like now accept, right. So some of the, when you go for banking application, in order to log in, that you will get OTP, no, that OTP will generate into your mobile or your mail. So in that case, like now you have to enter the data to like now OTP to this application. That OTP by using input dialog. So that OTP like now has input to the application to load. Okay, so we have seen this one, and one more is, because like now I forgot to inform about this. Okay, so there is one more function, or invoke method. This is also very important. So this function, so we have seen input dialog how to use it. Okay, so message box not required, and then this is not required. Okay, so invoke method. So what is the purpose of using invoke method? So if you want to execute, so invoke is nothing but execute, that means call, okay, or trigger. There are number of synonyms for that, or invoke. So there are a lot of if you type invoke, see invoke method, invoke VBA, okay, and invoke com method, invoke PowerShell, so invoke VB script. So what is this invoke VB script? Let me try this. Okay, VB script path. Okay, so we will give, this is the one, right? Okay, so input arguments we will pass an argument. So here we will pass as 8. So 2 values we need to pass, right? See, string means there we are using why I am not able to change. Maybe here we are able to pass only string. Let it see. Okay, so the output result is input 1. So we are getting an exception. What is this? So arguments, hide pop-ups, okay, kill on timeout, okay, wait for output. The result is, so input 1. Oh, let us see. Control K, result. So here, okay, so result is a string. Validation error. So invoke method. So for time being I am disabling this activity. So I would like to know that so here the output is result, right? Execute it. So we did not get any result. Why? So we have here lot of arguments are there. What is it? VB script file name, okay, and collection, okay. So arguments we pass, hide pop-ups, and kill on timeout, Unicode support, wait for output, and then reject. If the script file is there, then like no. So I don't want to waste time. Okay, we'll see this later. So there is an option. That means there is an what is that? So invoke code, we have invoke process, like no invoke workflow file, run parallel process. See, there are like no when you go for invoke, so there are a lot of right. So see, we don't need to know each and every like no activity available inside UiPath. There are like no more than 4,000 activities. We cannot learn or we cannot like no use or for more than 4,000 activities in real time as well. It depends on your use case, you will use it. That's it. Okay. So let us not get into this discussion first. Okay. So now what we have to use? Enable so invoke method is, for example, whenever you are trying to make use of some functions, so that function doesn't work. Okay, so if that function doesn't work, then what you have to do? Either if you know what is that? C#. If you know C#, then you can write like no what are the function you are required to, or is the logic you would like to. So then you will call the like no by using invoke code activity, then you will write it. But here you don't know, so because I don't know .NET code or C# code to write and get it, so I would like to use the function which is available in the UiPath. So that by using that function, if I am trying to make use of that, that is not working. So if that function is not working, so how do you make it workable? By using invoke method. Okay, so for example, I am creating okay, so ages, so it is an array, sorry, okay, it is a list. So list of type generics, correct? Go. List is of type generics. So I pass it is integer. Click on OK. So new list. We have to use of, right? Of. What is that? Int. From give me time, I will from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so now I want to remove a value in the index of 30. See, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means the value which is in index of 2, that means 30 value I want to remove. See, I can remove any value based on the value. That means I can remove 10, I can remove 20, 30, 40, 50. But so my here my concern is, that means my concern is I want to remove value based on the position. How can you do that? This is also very important in real time practice. That means whenever you are working on real time, so you always use you always get the requirement like this. Now my requirement is I want to remove based on some index, like 30. What is the index? See, values can be represented 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 5 values, but it is a list. So anything, whatever it may be, it can be represented in the index of 0 only. Start from 0 index, 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here in invoke method, so where is my data is available? That is under ages. Correct, right? What is the method name? So for example, I am using remove. So remove means, see, we have to use like this. Remove. Use this. Go to properties. Okay. So generic type arguments. Leave it. So what is the method name? Remove. Parameters are so here just click on argument. So direction in is nothing but it's the input. It can be considered as the input. And what is the type? String. But what is the type of data we are passing here? Integer, right? List of ages, it is an integer. So what is the value we have? See, what is the value we are expecting to remove? 30. Click on OK. So see here, if you define a result, okay, if you change anything, it will not work. Do not make any changes. So whatever it is, it is. And then come to the message box. Now ages dot check the count. Okay, so then you will get to know that whether the any value has been removed or not. See, so one of the value has been removed. Okay, so but what is my, see here you can use any method. In order to remove a value, so I don't need to use invoke method. I can use ages dot remove. I can use here. Say remove of, so value we need to pass, right? 10. So by using this also I can. Okay, so I can use, and then I get to know that after this how many values are going to be in this. So if I remove a one value, so there are a total, see, I got true, that means the value has been removed. So now it is 4 rows only. See, one value has been removed, and then when I use this one, so now we have only 3 values in the list. So at the same time, I want to remove at of, so here I need to pass a index. So I would like to remove the first value. Okay. See what is the value, what is the expression, what is the error we are getting? So we are getting expression does not produce a value. If we get an error, because we cannot use this method as like this, as before how we use remove, the same way we cannot use. That means the same way we cannot be used. That is the reason so we use remove it. Okay, so I use remove it. So here what we have to pass under parameters. So here we are passing value, but here in this case we have to pass index value, right? So now I am passing index value of 1. Now execute it. So this is before removing the position. So now this is after removing the value at index 1. So these are all the very important activities for today. So for example, target type. So what is this target object? Target object is, it's a list. So target type, if you make it as, if you select it as list, see, immediately you will get an error. Target type and a target object are mutually exclusive for invoke method. That is the reason we should not use make it as no. Okay, and one more is, because you can pass either any one of the values, you should not pass 2 values. That means both the values at the same time. And one more is a result, right? So for example, I am taking the result. See. So type mismatch. The return type void of best match method remove it on list is not compatible with the result argument supplied to invoke method, which expects return value of type string. So what is this result? String. So what is the result of this? Out argument. So sorry, okay, result, right? So we can browse for types out argument. So what is this? Out argument. You just go on this out arguments. So whenever we define out argument, you should not throw any error, right? Because the result type is a out argument. This is what we should not use the result. So otherwise, delete it, come over here. So here Control K, result. Okay, so here it is a string. Sorry, out argument is the output of this. So but here it is, whenever we pass string, even though we are getting an error, so which expects return value of type So that is the reason do not use this. Okay, so now we'll back to our normal data table. So then this is the one. Because already we created in this, I believe, data table under. What is this one? Okay, so come over here. Okay, so here again we will build the table. Column 1. Name. Column 2. Degree. So all data from this column will be lost. Okay. Is a string and degree. So these are two is enough. Okay. So here data table, right? Add data row. So for example, add data column. So what it does, it will add a new column. Column name, degree, place. What is the data table? So here we will get the data table as output. Control K, data table, and then we have to pass here as data table. So are you type of, what is this type? String. What is the maximum length? So specify the maximum length. Each row of the new column, maximum length of this, for each row of this maximum length is, I am giving 10 values. Default value nothing. So here we are adding a column, and then add data row. So in this add data row, new array row. So in order to pass the values as a list, what we will use? So we have to use the curly braces, right? So name, and then department, degree, MCA, and then place. Okay, so where we want to add it. What is this? Data table, right? Data table. So how you will get to know that whether so for that we have to use message box. See, I have to stop here, friends. Someone is calling me from office. What is this? Box. So data table dot rows count. Did you see Francis comment? What did you see Francis comment? You're going to update the email I logged. Okay, I saw on the scheduler that is completely wrong. Oh God. Singular. Oh, already the scheduler is there. Okay, so one value has been added. Okay, so tomorrow we will continue. I have to take this. I have some work in the office. Okay, friends. Thank you.